not underestimate the power of your dreams. When it comes to dreams, we write dreams off as a figment of our imagination. Most of the time, we think it's due to what we watched on TV, what we listened to, or the daily things we do during the waking hours. Well, let me tell you something about dreams. They're more complicated than what you think. Dreams can hold keys to understanding scenarios that are transpiring in your life. Sometimes messages that appear in our dreams can be very abstract, and sometimes they can be very direct. The abstract dreams that we have, from the apple falling, from the snake being in our bed, all these things have interpretations. If you want to take it a little deeper, there's a numeric value also to the things you see in your dreams. Now, for those of you who've had those grandmothers or those grandfathers who would dream dreams and they would have their notebook to the side to play lottery, especially a lot of parents from Haiti and Dominican Republic. This is something that a lot of the older generation of elders used to do. They would have their notebook by their side when they sleep, because sometimes certain things would appear in their dreams, and they would jot these items down, and then they would go through their defining process to define what there was a numeric value of the things seen in the dreams. Now, this is a little bit complicated. I don't want to get too much in there because I don't want to make this a video about gambling. But dreams, they can give you messages to a lot of things, to a whole host of things. And again, dreams are one of those things that a lot of people underestimate, because a lot of times they do not know how to interpret what they're seeing. Sometimes there are people who get messages directly from the dream world. There is no sugarcoating it. There is no imagery that you have to interpret. Sometimes it's like a movie that you're watching. Dreams can be influenced by many things. They can be influenced, yes, by your daily activities, but they can also be influenced by the things you have around you. Whether it's gemstones, whether it's crystals, whether it's TVs, whether it's radios. If you want the clearest revelation, get rid of the pollution. How do you expect to get a direct message from the ancestral realm if you have a lot of these distractions impeding this process? When doing spiritual work, this is a necessity, because the spirit you're working with will communicate with you, and you will know what that spirit is up to by what they show you in your dreams. Now, if you got a lot of distractions, you'll find that it's going to be difficult for you to receive a divine message. See, one thing you got to keep in mind is that a dream is more valuable to me than a reading. Because when it comes to readings, there's someone trying to interpret what they see for you. And we're humans, so we are subject to error. When you are dreaming, you see it for yourself. There is no one interpreting this for you except you. But you have a direct visual of what's going on. Sometimes I tell people, I don't want to hear what the reader told you. I want to know what you've seen in your dreams. Because I trust your dreams more than I trust what a reader has told you. In my culture, there have been people who have went to sleep and got instructions on how they were to conduct certain rituals. Years ago, I remember I was coming back to America, and before I got on the plane, early that morning, I had a dream that I was surrounded by a bunch of men with tuxedos on. And when I was leaving out the door, they told me I'm not going anywhere. So when I woke up, I was told that my father received a phone call that someone told him that I cannot leave the country unless I go back to the yard and fix whatever problem is there. Come to find out, my uncle had left something in one of the temples for a spirit. I believe it was Bawon. He left something in the temple that wasn't supposed to be there. So the spirit was saying, you need to go fix that or else you're going to have problems with us. This is how powerful dreams are.